Alright, I just made it to Ontario, California, and I'm here at the Ontario Convention Center for Comic-Con Revolution. My second year attending, and I'm also cosplaying as well, so I may not talk much during the video, but I'm usually the silent type when going to these certain events. So I'll get inside, I already have my badge, and we'll see how everything's inside, and hope to have a fun time. Alright, you can see the convention center, and I'm in the room right now as I'm done for day one of Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. So I'm gonna rest up and then get ready for tomorrow, as it's gonna be a big one and go out on a high note. Well, today is the last day of Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. And of course you can see it's walking distance from my hotel to the convention center, and I'll be heading over there in a few hours from now.
Our amazing, beautiful panelists here. Let me give you a very flowery introduction. He is the pride of Lakeview, Ohio. You know him as Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog. You know him as Sonic X and a multitude of Sonic the Hedgehog video games. Please get up for Jason Griffith, everybody.
Thank you very much. Oh, you're a beautiful audience. I don't know where Lakeview, Ohio is, but close.
Oh, is it not Lakeview or?
Lake Line.
Lake Line.
Yeah.
I should know that's born in Euclid, so like.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been back. It's a rough neighborhood.
I went to 3rd grade in Euclid.
Did you really? You survived.
Did you go to Upson Elementary?
I did. My parents had spit me out, and then they cut out for LA.
Get out of here.
Too dangerous here. So Lakeline, Ohio. I'm sorry. This one I particularly love. He is the pride of Middletown and Eatontown, New Jersey. You know him as Silver the Hedgehog, my friends. Give it up for Pete Capella, everybody. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. Next up, sitting to his left, she is the pride of Auburn University. You know her as Tails. She's a very talented singer and pianist, especially in the jazz, one of my favorite disciplines. Give it for Kate Higgins, everybody. Also on the panel, the pride of Oklahoma, Tennessee, the current voice of Knuckles, the Echidna. Give it up for Dave B. Mitchell, everybody.
Thank you.
Also, sitting on the panel, the pride of Roslyn Heights, New York. You know him as Dr. Eggman, Gerald Robotnik, everything from Sonic X to millions of video games. Give it for Mike Pollock, everybody. And last but not least, you know him as Shadow the Hedgehog. Extensive work on the Bleach franchise. Give it for Kirk Thornton, everybody. And this is your amazing, a very rare reunion of legends, my friends. So you guys are very lucky you packed the house. This is kind of my cheap way to get you guys to do a line, but my first question is there a line from the anime, from the video games that you hear and you're like, man, I absolutely nailed that one. Like that was, like, I love that line. I'm going to give you this mic, so you don't want to hear from me.
Oh, okay. I do want to hear from you. That's a great question. Well, my favorite line now is not from the anime, it's from the fans. I just love Latinas. But as far as Sonic goes, the first line I had to record on my first day for the first episode of Sonic X. I had to do about 20 takes because I couldn't get it out of my mouth in time. It was, don't use Formula One race cars when chasing hedgehogs. And I had about that much time to get it all in and to make it clear. So they had me do it over and over. And by the 5th or 6th take, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get fired. Hey, they asked for one line, dude. So just yeah. Well, if I'm gonna go with the fan one, of course, the one that everybody asked for is approved. Do you know the way? That was the other one people liked. But there's two that I have. I'm gonna take 2, Pete. So. You're going to take 4 at this point. You'll have your turn, mister. Unfortunately. There's 2 lines. We all love each other. We really do. There's 2 lines that are from the prologue for Frontiers, which is my favorite of all the games that I did. Because they're really good character things. One of them, everybody always cuts me off halfway through the line because they think it's the end of it. So wait till I get to the end of this. Somebody says, he gets attacked. He says, oh, ambush, huh? Your funeral. I love that. But also, there's a really great piece of character development in that thing where he says, I'm all alone. I've never needed anyone or anybody. But sometimes. Oh, I love that vulnerability moment. It's where we really get to see a little bit more into Knuckles' character. And that's what I love about that one.
I know what you want me to say.
Say it.
My favorite line, which I think is very important these days, is I will protect the future. But what you want to hear is it's no use. Quick and to the point.
She has nothing to say.
I've really got nothing. Because it was a long time ago that I was Tails for you in some video games. So I'm going to ask you, what did I say the most in Sonic Colors, Generation, the games that I think put Tails back on the map? What did I say? We can use it as a ramp? We can use it as a ramp! Doing my best, buddy. Keep flying on.
Your shoddy craftsmanship brings shame to all hedgehog kind.
As I lurch towards crotchety old man, Sonic Boom brings us, "The soup is cold, but the salad is hot! How is that even possible?"
Give it up, everybody. That was awesome. That was awesome. And I got one more that I'm going to throw it out to you guys.
Up in and out of things. I said, oh, he's cute. Yeah, he's fun. He's edgy and tough and cool. And that's all. And it wasn't really until the Year of Shadow that I went, oh wow, this really is something. And I got to learn a lot more about the character. And then it's exploded and just changed my life. And I still love doing Orbot and all the other little guys I get to do. So yeah, it really kind of starts with Sega, who treat us like family, and the fans treat us like family, and it's all this big huge family that's just warm and loving, and yeah, we're lucky to be a part of it.
That's right. We had our New York-based producer and director and engineer, not necessarily all together, and then the game's Shadow the Hedgehog game, and then suddenly we're these random Japanese people. But dealing with Sonic X, it was not as epically legendary as it seemed. We were just, okay, we've got to get this thing dubbed, and we're doing the Team Bristol thing that they wanted me to start with, which lasted a couple of episodes before they said, not so Team Bristol, thank you very much. And then it just progressed into the games, and then it's like, oh, the games are really popular, and I had heard about that, and I'm now experiencing, and that's really cool. And it has been the coolest ride ever, and you've been the most awesome fans. Thank you.
All right, who's got a question?
Where are you born after the 2000 phone book with the phone numbers? And also, I got to swear and have a gun in that game. So every 23-year-old's dream come true. And there you go. That's the cover of the game, everyone.
Now that we've got 3 of the films, including Sonic 3 with Keanu Reeves, what do you guys think of the cast of the Sonic film? Because your friend Colleen O'Shaughnessy basically, Colleen got to be in the first second film as a little cameo for the first one. And I just wanted to know, what did you think of like the actors for that one, including Jim Carrey?
Someone liked him enough to hire him, that's good enough for me. You're welcome.
All I know is just for all of us, the fact that they put Colleen in it is the greatest thing ever. Because I adore her as a human being, and she's wonderful in the role, and at least one of us made it in. So.
Also, like, even if we don't get to be in those films, you guys get to enjoy Sonic in a different way. And there's nothing wrong with other people's takes on things. I love that they hired Ben Schwartz as Sonic, because he's an improviser first, and I think that's such a cool, he's like an actor, and that's such a cool thing. And we have everyone from like this funny improviser to John Wick, like how cool is that? Like it just runs the gamut of actors. And when Sonic 3 came out, it was bigger than Marvel and Star Wars that year. How amazing is that? And that's because of you guys, so how cool.
Yeah, the casting's been pretty amazing. They did a great job.
And I've learned if you want to be in the film, that you can buy tickets right at the theater.
I literally stood in front of the screen while watching and telling everyone, look, Silver's in it.
I honestly, I would love to meet Idris Elba, because I'm a huge fan of him as an actor, so I'd love to meet him.
Idris, stand on up!
Also, let's not sell Lee Majdoub short. He's all of our friend, and Agent Stone is one of the sweetest, funniest human beings on earth.
Thank you, guys.
And then he was kind of pushed aside as a side character, and then made a hero in the Archie and the IDW comics. My favorite thing about the comics is, you get these games and they're kind of, I'm not going to say one-dimensional characters, but they're not fully developed all the time. And the comics get to tell other stories. So you have specifically Silver. You have Silver as a hero and a badass. And then he's a dork who gardens with Blaze. And I love that, because nobody is one thing, right? You can't just sum up you in one word. And so they show the full spectrum of the character, and I think that's what comic books are known for. They're so beautiful.
And we'll be together whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
Wow.
Tongue twisters.
Thank you. We're gonna finish off with you. I'm gonna have to yell. So.
No, that's fine. Yeah. One last question to bring it to closing. In no particular order, what would you say are some of the most demanding or difficult performances you've done in voice work?
I can't talk about two of them because I'm under NDA right now. So those two. And I think for me, it was the Werehog, anything for Sonic Unleashed, because I was so sick during those sessions. But I had to do it because back then we didn't have Zoom and everybody flew in from Japan. So even though you're sick, you still show up to do the job because they have a date that they're flying out. That was the hardest. I had a throat infection. I was feverish. I was chilly. I was in chills. But I still had to go and scream my head off every single day, which made it worse every day. So anybody who loves that game, I've been eternally indebted. Thank you, because it almost killed me. Thank you guys. Hey guys, Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody!
So that'll do it for my trip to Comic-Con Revolution, Ontario. Second year attending. And who knows, maybe I'll come back for 2027. So that's it for the video for today.